Qatar, Kuwait, Iraq, and Jordan now find themselves navigating a delicate balance. Security partnerships with Washington on one side and geographic proximity to Iran on the other. As tensions spiral, the question is no longer whether the conflict spreads, but how far and how fast. Diplomatic channels are under pressure, military assets are on alert, and the wider Middle East stands at a volatile crossroads. One strike has redrawn the map of risk, and the aftershocks are only beginning. The Middle East has crossed the point of no return. Iran's military has officially launched Operation Truthful Promise 4, a multi-stage bombing campaign targeting US bases across the Persian Gulf and Iraq. From the Harir Air Base in Erbil to the massive Al Udeid facility in Qatar, Iranian fast jets are striking the heart of American regional power. This isn't just a skirmish, it's an all-out attempt to dismantle the US presence in the region. In the skies over the Strait of Hormuz, the US military just lost one of its most critical assets. The IRGC Aerospace Force confirmed they've shot down an advanced MQ-9 Reaper drone using a modern integrated air defense network. By taking out a $30 million surveillance platform in the middle of a hot conflict, Tehran is sending a blunt message. American high-tech dominance ends at the Iranian border. It's a sight that signals the end of diplomacy. For the first time in years, the red flag of Ya Latharat al-Hussein, the banner of unavenged blood, is flying atop the Jamkaran Mosque in Qom. In the world of Middle Eastern geopolitics, this is the ultimate mobilization order. It tells every proxy and every soldier in the axis of resistance that the time for restraint is over. The harsh revenge is no longer a headline. It's an active operation.
Вон самолет летит, вот он, вот иди сюда, сюда, вот он. Вон наверху. А, ну все.
Video has caused alarm in Israel and US. One of Iran's advanced missiles purportedly seen evading volley after volley of interceptor fire, slipping past at least 10 defensive shots before slamming into its target in a massive explosion. The dramatic footage has gone viral online, with commentators describing it as proof that an Iranian hypersonic-style weapon managed to outsmart and outrun modern air defense systems in real time. In the clip, the missile appears to survive repeated interception attempts, then suddenly accelerates and sharply adjusts course, beating 10 incoming interceptors before striking its target with pinpoint accuracy. Washington insists that earlier US strikes destroyed a key IRGC headquarters in Iran, but despite those claims, Tehran's campaign of retaliation shows no sign of stopping. After a brief overnight lull in fighting, Iran has now launched a fresh wave of revenge attacks, signaling that it intends to keep up the pressure and prolong the confrontation. Iranian attacks intensified on March 2nd against Israel, US bases, and Washington's Arab allies, with fresh strikes reported across multiple fronts as the regional conflict sharply escalated. A video that went viral on social media appeared to show an Iranian missile purportedly evading several interceptor rockets fired from air defense systems trying to shoot it down. The clip claimed to feature an Iranian hypersonic missile dodging more than 10 interceptor projectiles, raising alarm about Tehran's growing ability to penetrate advanced defenses. In the footage, bright streaks of light, said to be air defense rockets, can be seen racing toward the incoming missile, tracing multiple arcs across the night sky. Moments later, the hypersonic missile suddenly appears to gather speed, change its flight profile, and then slam straight into its target in a powerful explosion. The person recording the video, along with other apparent witnesses nearby, can then be seen or heard fleeing the scene as the blast lights up the area.
Nice metal. It's not bad. That's a great job. That's great. Great job. Great job, fellas.
Detected the Combined Air Operations Center in Qatar. Immediately activated Plan B. They did not rush to deploy the strategic Ghost Rider card into the danger zone without knowing the facts. Instead, the launch order was given to those built for the front lines 2 EA-18G Growler electronic warfare squadrons. From the deck of the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, the two squadrons immediately accelerated, simultaneously activating their ALQ-218 receivers and jamming pods at maximum power, creating a massive wall of electronic noise to blind Iran's fire control radars. At the same time, the latest generation of AGM-88GA-AR, GMER anti-radiation missiles left their launchers. They dove down at supersonic speed, riding the very radar waves Iran was projecting onto the F-35s to seek and destroy the source. The goal was to force these radar stations to shut down immediately or be blown up. In the first 5 minutes, this tactic appeared to be highly effective. The target lock signals on the F-35 pilot screens disappeared completely. Iran's radio communication system appeared to be paralyzed by high-power jamming. The AGM-88G missiles plunged toward the transmission sites in the remote mountain valleys, creating massive explosions that shook the mountainsides. The F-35C squadron regained its composure, continued deep into the territory, and prepared to approach the coordinates for dropping the GBU-53 Stormbreaker smart glide bombs.
involves navigating a delicate balance. Security partnerships with Washington on one side and geographic proximity to Iran on the other. As tensions spiral, the question is no longer whether the conflict spreads, but how far and how fast. Diplomatic channels are under pressure, military assets are on alert, and the wider Middle East stands at a volatile crossroads. One strike has redrawn the map of risk, and the